Hi Gemini, welcome to your week ahead. So this is going to be from the 17th to the 24th. So I just want to bring a little bit of a different vibe and just focus on the messages of the cards. Check out my website underneath the video, like the video and comment. 3 month is on deal, 12 rules for Gemini. There's amazing reads, so check them out below. Okay, so make sure you like the video and comment. I also don't need your snarky remarks. I really don't care. If you don't want to donate and support, you don't need to tell me that. Period. Like, I'm talking to the people who appreciate the reading. So like the video and comment. Okay, so this week, let's take a look and see what we can see. So what are we seeing for Geminis this week, please? Okay, so I think it's time to move on and move forward. So the Six of Wands is all about moving forward. But some of years, I think you're being stopped from moving forward towards victory. And a message for Gemini is it's something to do with the people around you. So this has came up a lot this week. Be aware of fake friends. Be aware of people you can't trust. Or it could just be a certain environment. So these people are just, I think you need to leave them behind. Okay, you can sense that these people are fake, that they're not real, that they're not to be trusted. And the Six of Wands is about leaving them behind. Okay. I feel like right now, Ace of Swords is you're kind of confused. So Geminis want to move on. They want to move forward. But this is kind of feeling disorientated, tired and confused. Okay, some of you are in mental burnout. So the Ace of Swords is all about mental burnout. I think it's time to start working on your mental health. But some of you, it's these people, this job, this place that is actually affecting your mental health. I think some of you are really losing your confidence, but it's to do with the people you've put yourself around, Gemini. I feel like you've got a lot of closet enemies, even in some of your friends. Like, these people want to see you down. They don't want to see you win. Okay. Now, this is not about paranoia, but the Six of Swords is some of you right now. You're definitely in a period where you're feeling very alone. See the way the woman is concealed. So be careful who you're sharing information with. Be careful who you're trusting. Don't be paranoid, but just be smart. Okay. But again, this is all about a person who's going through a transition. Geminis are going through a transition. You're going through a change. You're closing a chapter and moving into a new one. And it's scary. And you feel very lonely, but you can do it, Gemini. So you've got the King of Cups. Some of your love might be around you, but you might be restricting yourself. If you're dealing with a masculine who's being too passive, I wouldn't bother. So Geminis have really learned the lesson. This is about you want somebody who pursues you. You want somebody who makes it clear what they feel for you. So I do think there's someone around you who's got feelings for you, but they're not really taking action. Maybe this person is restricted in some way. Can you see the planet of Saturn? So maybe this person is in a relationship, or maybe they're at a distance. Maybe this is your true divine masculine, but something is restricting the bond. Where is Gemini sabotaging themselves this week, the 17th to the 24th? So you're giving your value to people who are just not even worth it. Five of Pentacles is like people are making you out to be a beggar. Okay? People don't want to support you. They're trying to put it on you. So deep down, they know that they're full of shit. They know that they're not true friends. They know that they're not loyal supporters, but they're trying to project it onto you. They want your value. They want your time. They just don't want to have to put anything back in. They don't want to have to pay for it. That's where you're sabotaging yourself, Gemini. See the green? This is about you really put your heart and soul into what you do. But these people don't feed back. And the universe is abundant when we give equal exchange. So you feed into people, they feed into you. You create value, people support you. You need to make a change, Gemini. So, I had someone who said this about my channel. He was like, I'm sick of hearing it. It's like Groundhog Day. You don't have to be here. You've never supported me in your life. You've took maximum value from me. So if I'm like Groundhog Day, it's called leave. Okay? All they want you to do is put all the energy into helping them, but they don't want to feed back. And then they have the audacity to call themselves supporters. Okay? Now, we've got the Tower, so I do think some of your anger might be coming up. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, be aware this week this Scorpio might be quite triggered. There could also be a problem. So this Scorpio could be feeling a certain kind of way. If for some of you Gemini women, if you're dealing with the Scorpio, I feel like this person's a mess. They need to heal. They're full of trauma. But I do think for some Geminis, you're just in an environment full of people who are just messes. They might visually look good, but the energy and just the environment is very bad. This can also be storms. So this week, be aware with weather, especially if you've got travel plans. Because I know in the country I'm in, there's a lot of weird weather, and you wouldn't expect that for this country. So I do think there's a strong message if there's kind of high storms to protect buildings, to put up shields, to put up, to be smart to protect yourself. But I think for Gemini, some of you are definitely dealing with a Scorpio or an Aries, but you're dealing with somebody who's traumatized. This person cannot connect, okay? Queen of Wands. I'm also getting someone who's putting destroyer spells on a person's life, and I really mean it when I say this, because the Tower with the Queen of Wands, she's the energy queen. So there could be somebody who's working in the shadows. Okay, but this is somebody who's trying to create problems for a person, or they're trying to trigger a person. So Geminis need to watch the reactions this week. I'm also getting for some of you as well, your true divine counterpart, this person has done work. They might be dealing with a karmic, or this person has done work on this person. Some of these bitches out here, Gemini, are crazy. They are a level of crazy that there's no words for. Okay. Let me just get the cards together. So what else do we need to know here? Like, it's almost like the cards don't want to shuffle. Another message here, though, could be you know the answers. Now it's time to apply yourself, because it's almost like the cards don't want to shuffle. So the message with the Magician is it's just time to act. People have revealed themselves. Do you know what I mean? People talk out of the crack pipe. The balls don't match the mouth. And a lot is coming for everybody, you know? I feel like for Geminis who've really been betrayed and hurt, and right now your back's against the wall and you feel very alone. Some of you feel betrayed and left by your own friends, your own family. Again, it's really about having your own back. It's about knowing that you're battle hardened from everything that they've done. That a lot of the people who are turning their back now will regret it in the future, so let them. Don't listen to people's words, Gemini. Pay attention to their actions. Okay? Anyone can say they support you. Anyone can say that they love you. What are their actions? But in general, I feel like the Magician is, you have the power to get yourself out of whatever you're in. I do think there's a strong message with that Five of Pentacles. A lot of you are sitting where you are because of people you've loved. Green is about the heart chakra. You've invested and invested into people who are pieces of shit. You've put your heart and soul. People have benefited while you haven't. So you've got to learn that lesson, Gemini. And remember, it's Mercury retrograde as well. What else can we see for Geminis that they need to know this week, please? The Devil. So look, there's a dark masculine, or there's just dark people. I feel like also humanity is being infiltrated by dark forces. You can see this, the masculine, see the hexagon. So I feel like there's a lot of forces working against humanity in many different ways, and they're infiltrating certain people, and those people might be connected to your life. I also believe this is being done to politicians and powerful people. So these people are being infiltrated, and then they're having a big effect on the world and decisions and choices. I think even still, after all we've seen, some Geminis are kind of like, is it happening now? Am I being paranoid? No. Okay. So I feel like some of you, you're being relentlessly attacked, maybe even destroyed. They're trying to destroy you. But with that Magician, it's because they know your power, right? So you've come as somebody who you need to stand alone, Gemini. The masses are weak. They are sheep. They are table people. They like to bend over. How much do you need to see until you accept that fact? People are conformists. They are sheep. They are weak. I'm not being a bitch. It's the facts. So, you know, if God has got you standing alone, it's because he knows you're powerful enough to do so. And don't beg anybody if they don't want to support you, if they don't want to help you, if they don't want to stand by your side in the storm. Don't ask them for anything again. Okay? Some people have the audacity to call themselves your friends, Gemini, and they're watching you drown. Like, I'd hate to see how they treat their enemies. Think about it, okay? It's just endless excuses out here. So, yeah, I just want to try new styles as well. Tell me more for Gemini. Tell me some good things for Gemini other than this. Okay, so a strong message I just there from the divine is that this is something you need to go through, and some of you feel deserted, some of you feel betrayed, some of you don't understand why it's happening. You're watching people around you who've give a quarter of what you've gave. You're watching people around you who are dog shit cunts, and you don't understand why it's happening. But time will show you. And also, everybody's going to get corrected in what's coming. So I wouldn't worry too much for these people. Knight of Cups, the good stuff for some of you is you're going to be being pursued by somebody. Okay? I do think for some Geminis, like someone's got the hots for you, like this person is obsessed. Okay? Like this person cannot breathe for thinking about you. So this is like a person we meet and we can't get them off our mind. And it's like, no, I'm sorry, but that's the person I want to be with. So I feel like some of you this week, someone could really, really be trying to make a move. So let them. Okay? I heard I've waited a lifetime for a moment like this. So there's a song by Leona Lewis called A Moment Like This. Listen to that. Okay? But I do think for some of you, Gemini, what you're going through is unavoidable. You feel very alone. You feel very tested. You feel very pressed. I think it's time you've got to know your power. Okay? 5 of Cups. Don't try to recover your losses. I'm also getting somebody who needs to work on the sacral, and whoever this dark witch is, and I do truly believe this, that's what they've been doing. They've been working on your sacral. They've been creating destroyers in your money, in your relationships. I'm being deadly serious. Or maybe this was done on you in the past. But the magician is God is telling you it doesn't matter what the devil is doing. You're powerful enough to rebuke it. You're powerful enough to come through it. So I do think some of you can kind of feel the destruction in your life, and it's kind of making you feel fearful. But they're saying you've got the power, right? You need to use it. So we do have the 8 of Pentacles. I do think this week it's about, again, I think what's painful for some of you is that you really have put so much, whatever has been taken from you, you really put your heart and soul into this. Some of you really come from your heart to make money. You don't use people, you don't exploit people. Like what you do comes from the heart. You're truly invested in it. But I do think it's time to get smart. Okay? So the biggest obstacle this week is the 6 of Cups. It can be certain connections around you. Watch out for the Leo. I feel like there's a snake in the grass. So see the way you've got this cat, but I saw this as a snake in the grass. So it could be somebody who's pretending to be your friend, but they're really just trying to find out information. It could be that person who's doing work behind the scenes, or sending you bad energy, or wishing you bad. Okay? Now, the other side of the coin is some of you, this could be your childhood, so you could have went through things in your childhood, and it is a Mercury retrograde. Okay? And so some of you, these wounds might be coming up heavy at this time. So this can be an obstacle right now. You could be carrying trauma from your past. And this is what's blocking your abundance. It's what's blocking your potential in love. Okay? Same for the Gemini man. The 4 of Swords, especially for the Gemini man, because this would be you. For the Gemini woman, this could be the man that you're dealing with. I feel like someone has had a heavy past. And so some of you keep being stuck in these environments, or keep being stuck around these certain types of individuals, because until you start doing the healing work, you're going to remain in that frequency. Because everything is created by belief, everything is created from the unconscious, everything is created from our energy. So you're going to keep manifesting these same people who just use, exploit, disregard you. They really don't want to see you win. They don't really support you. It's just false words, and Gemini knows it. So same as these masculines who are traumatized. So Gemini is going through a very, very heavy time, especially the woman, and it feels painful and it feels lonely. And I feel like people around you are almost trying to force you to beg. They're kind of happy that you're in the situation you're in. But Gemini, if you use a quarter of your power, I promise you now, in time, they'll regret what they did. Okay? But I wouldn't even focus on that. I feel like a strong message here is to just put all your energy right now into you. Okay? Put it all into getting back on your feet. This is about self-love. It's about getting organized. It's about doing what you need to do. It's about putting focus on yourself. Okay? You've got the Lover's card reversed, so some of you might need to give up on a connection. See the Three of Cups, so you might be dealing with someone who's got multiple women. The Lover's card reversed is something is not love. Okay? Okay. Anything else? Ten of Cups. So I heard a lot of fake people. So these are people who've got the means. But I think the other side of the coin is some of you need to clear your sacral. So some of you keep attracting these superficial people. They've got plenty of money for everything else. They just haven't got it for you. These could also be people around you, friends and family. It might not even be to do with money. It's women who you feel like these people are jealous of you. Right? You feel like these people don't want to see you win. Let me just put this up here so we can get a bit of... You feel like these people don't want to see you win, and it's because they don't. So it might not be nothing to do with money. Some of you might be in a good financial place, but this is bitches who sit around and it's all competition. I feel like this is fake. For me, this is fake. Okay, the Ace of Cups. But you're being told that if you start doing the healing work, you only need a small few people, Gemini, to support you. 1 or 2. But there's strong sacral. So there's definitely womb healing that needs to take place, divine feminine work for Gemini. I think you can feel it in the energy, like your energy is kind of crying out to you, and it's in your stomach area. Okay. Anything else for this week for Geminis that they need to know? The King of Pentacles. Okay, interesting. So some of you, you're being told to move on. So for those who are in connections where this person's taking the piss, they're not taking action, they've got multiple options, they're not committing. The Chariot is all about, see the way she's wearing purple? I think this reading for Geminis, especially the women, is about value. The truth is that you are not giving yourself the value that you deserve, and it's why you've ended up here. The Chariot can also be a location change. But this week, it's all about movement, moving away from certain people, changing your location, changing your occupation, giving up on a person, being honest about who people are and what things are is a message here. That just isn't happening. Okay. So where is Gemini sabotaging itself this week, please? Where's Gemini sabotaging itself? So again, I feel like some of you, it's just you're in a dead end. The Knight of Pentacles will be a person who's in a dead end. For the Gemini man, this might be you. You might have strong Earth, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo in your chart. But this is about you're around dead end people. You're in a dead end self, a dead end version. You're in a dead end job, and you're not going to move forward in this. Queen of Swords. So I feel like the message, some of you are kind of, see the look on this woman's face. So I think you're sabotaging yourself. Like this woman knows her value, she's just not acting in it. Okay? See this Queen of Swords. Some of you know exactly what you need to do, you're just not doing it. It's time to execute. The Queen of Swords is it's time to execute. Okay, you were made the Queen of Swords for a reason, Gemini. It's a bit like Wonder Woman. You know, not all women can have that strength, that intelligence, and I feel like you need to start using it. Okay, but I do think Geminis, you need to be honest about and truthful about your own behavior, about your own lack of healing, about people, like people are just so audacious and you know it. Two of Cups. But there is something around that if you start to do this work and you start to balance yourself out, you're finally going to meet those true connections. These are people who truly support you. They truly love you. These are people who lead with the balls, not with the mouth, like their actions speak for themselves, right? This is about a true friendship. It's about true love. It's about people who are truly loyal to you. But see the sacral again. So I think you've made some choices or you've allowed people to devalue you based off abuse. So this can be mother wounds, father wounds, because this is the sacral. Okay, so through your childhood or through experiences, you've been abused and it's created sacral trauma. So the one thing for Geminis this week is start working on your sacral. Okay, but the sun is all about stepping into your power. This is also the people around you. They could be pissheads, they could be chaotic, they could be just low frequency. These people are low class people, and I think for Geminis, it's time to free yourself from these type of people. So they say that whatever you're around is what you become. Okay, these are people who are full of backbiting, they're full of drama. These are not going anywhere in their life. They've got no dreams, they've got no ambitions. Right? This could be family members, it could be people you live around, it could be people in a job. See the Saturn on Gemini. So your biggest problem is people around you, okay? Or some kind of environment. For some Geminis, it's your choices in men. Because this Saturn on the Gemini, and then you make bad choices, but it comes from your root. So this might come from your childhood. It could also be looking at your father. So often a woman will choose a certain kind of man because of her father. Okay, so I think there's a lot to look at this week, but it's all about, to conclude, you're going through a transition and it's unavoidable. And Gemini is what I'm going to say. A lot of people are going to get rinsed out here. So maybe you're sitting around people who are laughing and joking and they think they're safe. Everybody is going to get rinsed out here. I told you this. The last thing smart people need to be doing is making unnecessary enemies. Also, when you don't support people in their dreams, they're not going to support you in yours. When you're in a time of need, people aren't going to show up for you because, well, you were a user when it was good. So I would say, you know what they say, don't get bitter, get better. I think you've been coming from an emotional place with how you've been handling people. These people are gutter rats. You know they are. Don't keep talking about it. That person who talked about it's like Groundhog Day. There is a truth to I've seen what I needed to see, and it is time to move on, and it is time. I know my value. I know how good I am. And if I disappear from YouTube, a lot of people will miss me. I'll move on, but they'll miss me because I'm a real reader. A lot of readers just speak shit, right? Okay? But like I said, they're happy to take the value. They're happy to build up their life at my expense, but they don't want to show any support despite the fact they know what was done. Real supporters would club together. They would support you. They would share your shit. They would donate. They would buy, they're not doing it. And it's because they're just leeching. This is one example, but I'm saying that's what these bottom do. They're just leechers. They don't want to feed anything back in. Some of you could be dealing with people who are intimidated, people who want to restrict you, people who don't like your power. For the Gemini man, this could also be an example of that. So sometimes, you are very, very powerful, and that can piss people off. People hate power. They hate people who are truth speakers, right? Why do you think it's all this wokeism, right? So some of you, these people are trying to bury you because they fucking hate your power. They detest you. They know you're a real one, okay? Now, another message for the Gemini man is something about sports. So I do think there's a strong message to start some kind of physical combat. This could be MMA, it could be kickboxing, it could be the gym. Okay, some of you, it's about looking at your health, your vitality. I think Geminis, it's just, I know you feel drained, blocked, stuck. But I think a big message this week is help yourself because no one's coming to save you. I think that's the lesson Gemini's learned through all of this, that the people who will betray you will call you a friend. Your own family, like Gemini, how much pain do you need? How much do you need to see the truth before it just fucking takes you out the game completely? You know, Gemini's not stupid. We always see it. We always know who's real. We always know who's fake, right? You know what it is. And it might be painful. Of course it's painful. But at least you're not living in a world of lies. Look at most people. They just live it. They're liars. They live around liars. They're in a world of lies. And those people are going to be absolutely destroyed in what's coming. So let them mock. Let them laugh. Let them desert you. Because Geminis are people you fucking need. Okay? Now, so I think all of yous have got different things going on. Six of Pentacles. So this is receiving crumbs. It might be having too many outgoings. Again, this is people who are kind of leeching. So if you are given too much, don't be afraid to say no. You know, you can't always support people. So for the Geminis who are sitting here going, no, I have been supporting people. I have been giving money. I have been trying to get people through. Then it's okay to say no. You know, at the end of the day, you can't always help other people at your own expense. Sometimes you don't want to help people because they're taking too much, and that's okay. So for the Geminis who are like, no, I'm sorry, but I've been being a real one, I've been giving, I've been supporting, then don't be afraid to say no, okay? But I do think, Gemini, good things are coming if you start dropping the baggage. See the Ten of Wands? So the Ten of Wands is somebody who's carrying a lot of energy, okay? You're holding on to something that just is not good for you. This person is weighed down. It's toxic. It's bad for your energy. I feel like a message, and it comes from the root. This is about fear. So there's fear of letting go of something, fear of starting anew, fear of love, fear of your best version. You know, sometimes we stay in the bottom because we fear our higher version. We fear success. It's easier to play small, right? So Two of Swords, you need to take the blindfold off. This is a person who's kind of losing faith. They're losing trust in themselves. They're closing off the heart, maybe. So this can also be a Gemini who's been through a lot of betrayals and a lot of losses, and they really, really just feel like quite bitter right now. They feel like quite wounded. But that's what the devil wants. He wants you to distrust everybody. He wants you to give up on love. He wants you to sell out. I think what you've learned is who is real and who is fake, and a lot of people are fake, but you don't need a lot of people. You need a small few, right? So Two of Pentacles is all about new business opportunities, working on your energy. So this would be the chakras, Reiki healing. Okay, I feel like in the next couple of weeks, this is about basically thinking about a new job. Some of you might be taking a holiday. Some of you might be relocating. And then we've got the Wheel of Fortune with the Temperance. So I feel like if you reconnect with your core values, if you balance yourself out, if you start working on your energy, if you start working on your health, the Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter. It's the planet of expansion. It's the planet of luck. Some of you really want a beautiful home. Some of you want peace. You want to be around people who feel like family. You want peace. So Gemini, it's time to get real with yourself and stop talking with your own mouth and start acting. Until you clean up this mess, until you learn from your past mistakes, until you get these people out of your life or this person out of your life, you're going to keep going in circles. You're going to keep suffering. Right? So the message here is, you know what's got to be done. This is the week to do it. You need to use this Mercury retrograde. Okay, and I know it's painful, trust me. You know, some people know, they've watched me for a decade. People have said to me, Elisa, my life has changed because of your reads. They're full of shit, okay? And I'm not listening to a word they say. I'm just paying attention to people's actions, okay? So I hope you like this reading, like the video, comment. If you want to book a reading, it's underneath. You can also donate on the website. Enjoy your week, and I'll speak to you soon.